Oh, far out. Let's see if we can't find the stream. There it is there. Yep, so game audio is working, party audio is working just fine. So we're all set and ready to go. Hello everyone, and welcome to round 6, the final round of the Formula 2 Sprint Series here on Race Spec Esports. I'm Lane Everingham, your commentator for this event, and for race 11 of the championship we'll be competing at the Lusail International Circuit, home of the Qatar Grand Prix. Now, we just crossed over 8 o'clock, so we shouldn't be too far away from the session getting underway. 13 drivers for this event. It's not the worst that I've seen, but it's not great. It's not great. But I'm not terribly surprised. But we should be up for a pretty interesting event coming up here at Lusail International Circuit. It was introduced to the Formula 1 world all the way back in 2021. But F1 23 is the first F1 game to showcase this 5.41 kilometer 16 turn racetrack. The race circuit already has a pretty lengthy history over in MotoGP, being a permanent spot on the calendar since 2004. But even with the lack of F1 races here, people understand that Lusail is an incredibly fast and demanding racetrack, particularly in Formula 1 cars. Maybe not so much in Formula 2 cars. There's a single DRS zone that heads down the main straight towards turn 1. That'll be the only overtaking opportunity on the racetrack. Drivers might be able to attempt to pass into the hairpins of turn 6 and turn 10, maybe even the final corner, turn 16, but for pretty much any overtake, in order to get it done without any sort of hassle, it will need to be done on the main straight heading towards turn 1. And another big thing for the drivers to keep a peace of mind of are track limit warnings. Certainly in Formula 1 cars, with the increased amount of downforce, you can take several of these corners at incredibly high speed. As a result, the car gets very, very close to the edges of the racetrack, and if you're missing your racing line by even a foot, you can run wide and cop yourself a track limits warning. Of course, though, with these Formula 2 cars, they are much, much slower, giving the driver more time to try and realise if they're in a bad situation, try and bail themselves out of it. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw a fair few track limits warnings over the course of the race. And I wouldn't be surprised if a couple of drivers got themselves disqualified from the one-shot qualifying session. Just seen the ready up signal. Formation lap is off. That is because of what took place last week at Monaco, where Destiel massively overshot his grid box and ended up screwing up the formation lap process. So for this whole event, formation lap has been turned off. And just so everyone knows, Dean Castiel, that's a Singaporean driver there, that's Destiel. He's just changed it into what I can only assume is his real name. 10 seconds to go, and we can get one-shot qualifying underway. Quite fascinating to see how the drivers fare with F2 cars around here. F1, it's such a fast circuit, Lusail. It's a bit of a driver's racetrack. There's not much elevation change, but the corners, they are incredibly fast. You can carry so much speed around them. It might be a bit of an alienating experience for the drivers tonight, dealing with a car that has so much less grip compared to a Formula 1 car. The sun is setting here at Lusail. The drivers are getting ready for their one and only lap in this qualifying session. Drivers are on fixed setups as well, so they can't do much in terms of customization. They just have to go out there and send it. That's all they can really do. Alrighty, let's get one shot quali underway. On board with Deputy. See if we can't find another. Maybe Spicy. We've been on board with him a few times. Everyone on the medium tyre, so we can get rid of that. Right on board with him. Give you a tour of this 5.4 kilometre racetrack. Round turn 1, third gear. Up to fourth gear on the exit as we head around the left-hander of turn 2. Dropping it down to fourth. Getting back on the power. Using the full width of the racetrack as he goes around turn 3. And up towards the double right-handers of 4 and 5. Fourth gear. Nice and easy on the accelerator on the exit. Having to check the car up. Turn 5 a little bit tighter compared to turn 4 as we head into the left-hand hairpin. That is turn 6. Third gear on the power right at the exit of the corner. We head around turn 7. Into the left of turn 8. Into turn 9. Could have afforded, I think, to cut a little bit more there, Spicy, but he keeps it on the black stuff. That's the most important thing. Exiting turn 10, we'll head around this long left-hand sweeper that is turn 11, then into the triple right-handers of turn 12. You have to lift off quite considerably there. Turn 13 and up towards turn 14, the tightest of this triple right-handers. Into turn 15, the penultimate corner, fourth gear, using plenty of curb and one corner to go. That is turn 16. Down to third gear, back on the power, short shifting up to fourth, fifth gear, DRS open, shifting it into top gear. Spicy will cross the line and will take pole position by a little over 1/10 of a second to Dean Castile. It's a very tight front row with Matt Plebs in P3 with a 37.882. Quite a tight session, particularly between the top two. It's a bit of a gap from P3 to P4, but that top three pretty tightly bunched together over the course of one lap, of course. But it's Spicy who starts from pole, Castile in P2, followed by Plevy in P3, Bags Liddell P4, then Luke Rockford in P5, Orphan Drop P6, followed by Banana Cake Pie, then Deputy Dildog, Kickbutt Kiwi P9, Roscoe on P10, Shark P11. Three drivers disqualifying themselves from the qualifying session. Gez F1, Prezzo F1, and GeForce Nick. GeForce Nick, he was towards the top of the table, I noticed, through the first sector, but evidently he threw his lap away. So, being the final round of the championship, best go over the drivers' standings. Destiel, or Dean Castile, leads on 237 points, followed by Spicy Salami on 214, so 23 points separating the top two in the Drivers' Championship. In this particular situation, it means that Dean Castile, if he wins this race and gets fastest lap, he secures the driver's title. Anything less than that, then it will go down to the final race in a few moments' time. Plebs is P3 on 172, followed by Reese Cohen on 137, and Bags Liddell completes the top 5 on 121 points. Now, it is slightly overcast here in Qatar, but everyone's on slick tyres, ready to run. 5 red lights, and we're underway here at Lusail. It's a nice start from Spicy and from Castile as well as we barrel down towards turn 1. Castile looking around the outside into the opening right-hander, but can't find a way through just yet. Oh, but he's got a terrific run going for him as he looks down the inside here at turn 2. Can Spicy fight back heading into turn 3? He's going to try. They're side by side heading up towards turn 4. Matt Plevy's going to get involved as well. He's following Castile round the outside here at 4, heading towards turn 5. Castile gets in front. Spicy moves down to second. Plevy right behind in P3. He can't find a way through just yet. Some side-by-side action as well behind between Banana Cake Pie and Bags Liddell, I believe, as they head towards turn 6. These two have battled on several occasions over the course of this Formula 2 Sprint Series, and seems that even here in the final round they're going to continue to battle. Side-by-side action between Deputy and Orphan Drop as they make their way towards turn 10. No one in any sort of position to attack, it seems, or at least from this camera angle. Might ride aboard, see what's going on. Side-by-side action. Gaz getting by Deputy, so a nice start from Gaz. Up to P10. Nick follows through round the outside at turn 12. Bit of understeer there from Roscoe Arm, but he gets enough rotation to keep two wheels on the correct side of the white line. Round turn 15, up towards the final corner. Turn 16, running wide is Prezzo in the Carlin. Bit of a look there from Gez, but he decides to not commit to the pass. Orphan drop, Banana Cake Pie, side by side, down the main straightaway towards turn 1. This will complete the first lap of 11 here at Lusail International Circuit. Banana on the outside here. Can he hold it round the outside as we go around the right-hander of turn 1? He's doing a pretty good job, and he has the inside line now here at turn 2. But I don't think Orphan Drop's going to give up. He most certainly doesn't. Oh, he gives himself a 3-second time penalty. In the process there, collision. Oh, and off goes Banana Cake Pie into the gravel trap. He'll plummet down to last position as a result. In the lead, Castile, followed by Spicy Salami, then Matt Plevy. Tightly bunched up midfield, making their way around turn 6. Meanwhile, the leaders are heading around turn 7. Rockford has moved up to 4th. A decent start from him, up 1 place. Best start of all, though, is GeForce Nick in the high-tech. He's up 7 positions. Gez is up 4 as well from P12. He's up to P8. Prezzo moving up a couple of positions as well after his disqualification from one-shot qualifying. Biggest loser, of course, is Banana Cake Pie after his incident with Orphan Drop in P6. Luke giving himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's the second driver on the grid so far to get such a penalty, and I imagine he won't be the last driver to get such a penalty over the course of this race. Running wide, it's the MP car, Roscoe Arm, Deputy right behind, trying to... Oh, collision between Deputy and Prezzo. Here comes Kick Butt Kiwi. Can't find a way through. Didn't have enough momentum to fly through down the inside there at the final corner. Nick on Orphan Drop. The two high-tech cars battling away. Nick down the inside. Orphan Drop moving down to P7 with that move. So some probably tight battling here in the midfield and the lower midfield. It's good to see the front runners. Well, there's already a gap between Castile and Spicy, 1.1 seconds. Down towards turn number 6. Yep, these guys, they're closely bunched up, and as you can tell around this circuit, it is difficult to pass, even in these Formula 2 machines. It can be a little bit easier thanks to the reduced corner speeds. Here's your top 3. Yellow's out. It's Shark, who was spun at the exit of turn 7 heading into turn 8. Castile, meanwhile, making his way around turn 14. He's got 1.3 seconds for Spicy Salami, but even in this position, Castile will not secure the driver's title, unless, of course, Spicy gets demoted down to P3, in which case Castile wins the driver's title after this race. Heading up towards the flying finish. Castile, will he set a fastest lap? Not quite. Yellow's out. Who is that? It's Orphan Drop. Spinning at the final corner. There goes Banana Cake Pie. Shark not too far behind. Oh, Matt Plevy, interesting line there, heading into turn 2. Now Rockford's just behind. Prezzo, Roscoe Arm, side by side through turn 2. This seems to be a fairly common trend between cars making their way through the opening sector as they head up towards turn 4. It's tight. Prezzo still has the inside line as Deputy gives himself a 3-second time penalty. Round turn 5 up towards turn 6 now. Prezzo not quite close enough to try and duel. Meanwhile, Deputy looking down the inside here at turn 6. Kiwi on the outside line. Has enough traction to keep the car alongside. Will he keep the battle alive though? Yes, he will. Down the inside here at turn 7. Banana Cake Pie giving himself a 3-second time penalty. Yellow's out. Who's at 4? It Scares. Deep in the gravel trap at the exit of turn 7. He rejoins down in P12. Deputy getting in front of Kickbutt. Gares getting a 3-second time penalty. It's good to see the game is still quite stupid when it comes to dishing out warnings like that. He went and had an accident, dropped a ton of places, lost a ton of time, and the game is still willing to give him a penalty as Spicy and Rockford pit. Lap 4 of 11 on the hard compound tyre. Oh, you won't. Oh, yes, he will. He will pull it up. There you go. I didn't think he will. I didn't think he would, I should say. Oh, Luke, he overshot. He gives himself a 5-second time penalty for speeding. Yeah, I thought Spicy overshot, but no, he pulled it up just in time. Away he leaves. A couple of drivers making stops, moving on to the medium compound tyre. Deputy Kickbutt battling away out of turn 2. Collision! And around goes Kickbutt into the wall. Hit it hard enough that it propped up the front tyres. Prezzo, 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Kickbutt drops down to P10 after that shunt. Roscoe behind Prezzo, heading towards turn 7. Maybe slightly missing the apex from Prezzo there. Roscoe very tidy through turn 7. Round turn 9, up towards turn 10. Oh, now Roscoe the one who's understeering. Not the best of runs there through turn 10. Prezzo pulls away. Deputy under pressure here. Banana Cake Pie is closing. Round turn 12. Up towards turn 13. As Dean pits, he's going to move off those hards and onto set of mediums. Same with Matt Plevy. See if the undercut has worked for Spicy and Luke. Into the pits goes Deputy. Banana follows suit. Yeah, you need to keep going, Banana. The speed limiter line doesn't come around until, well, all the way down there. No, still keep going, keep going. There it is. Now check up. I did the same thing as well when first running around here. Had no idea where the pit speed limiter line was. Luke gives himself a 3-second time penalty. Where is Spicy? Here he comes out of the final corner. Keep an eye on that white dot on the track map in the bottom right. That is Destiel coming out of the pits. Same with Matt Plevy. It's going to be tight between Matt and Spicy. Spicy, can he get in front? It seems that the undercut has not worked at all. Oh, a bit of a moment there from Matt. Round turn 2. Yeah, Matt's now in front. So the undercut has actually proved to be not the way to go here at Qatar. Moving into turn 6, can't get the move done here. Turn 7. Oh, gets close. Gets on the power. 4th gear. 5th gear. Round turn 9, 4th. 5th. Back down to 4th. Back down to 3rd. On the power. 4th gear. Round along left. See just how difficult it is to try and make a move around this circuit. There's just no obvious overtaking opportunity other than turn 1. Luke right on the back of Nick, who's right on the back of Bags Liddell. Battle on for P8. Roscoe and Prezzo pit. Big understeer from Luke there from the Virtuosi driver at the penultimate corner. Onto the main straight. DRS open. Will Nick launch an attack? He will. Falls out of the slipstream and goes down the inside towards turn 1 while setting a new fastest lap. Luke, oh! Bags just lets him through, I'm guessing. Either that or he completely overshot the corner. either or. Luke moves through into 7th. Spicy attacking Matt. Nick giving himself a 3-second time penalty as we go around turn 4 and turn 5. And down towards turn 6. It's not close enough. Not quite close enough to do anything at this stage. The penalties are starting to add up. Quite a few drivers with time penalties. Around turn 8, up towards turn 9. Then the left of turn 10. Or Matt making a mistake. Got a terrific exit though. See from the camera shot, it seemed like he understeered wide at turn 10, but he got a really good bit of rotation at corner exit, got the hammer down. Around turn 14. Now Matt has to work his way past Kickbutt Kiwi. He's on old shredded tyres. Kickbutt holds up Matt as he goes into pit lane. This is an opportunity for Spicy to try and find a way through. Out of the final corner. Orphan drop a 5-second time penalty. DRS open on Spicy's car. Dean Castile setting a new fastest lap. Here comes Spicy. To the inside. Into turn 1. Matt trying to fight around the long way. It is possible. Spicy should be able to counter-attack around the outside of turn 2. He is forced a tad bit wide as Gers leaves the session. Hopefully he'll be able to rejoin as soon as possible. Spicy a tad bit stuck at the moment. Can't find a way through. Gaps are pretty well spread out at this stage too, so keep an eye on this battle. Go around turn 7 here. Two very different racing lines. Plebs trying to take a later apex there at turn 7. Whereas Spicy, he's just hugging the inside all the way around as both Preslins leave the session. Prezzo and Orphan drop. Twins DC. Hopefully they're able to rejoin as soon as possible. As a result, Roscoe Arm gets by Prezzo's stricken AI. Moves himself up to 7th. Liddell in a pretty comfy position here. P6, but with no time penalties, he's looking at a top 5 finish. Battle on for P2. That with a 5-second time penalty next to his name. What did he get that for? Five-second time penalty. Gonna have to look at incidents to work that out. Plevy exceeding track limits. Speeding in pit lane, yeah, it's your stock standard. Didn't quite pick up on it initially. So at this rate, Spicy is set for a P2 finish, but with Dean's fastest lap, he can secure the Drivers' Championship even if Spicy finishes in 2nd position. With 23 points in P2 compared to 31 points with victory and fastest lap. It's an 8-point differential, and that is just enough to secure the Drivers' Championship for Dean Castile. I have to double check. Actually, no, not quite. See, if Destiel doesn't score and Spicy gets fastest lap and the win, then it will actually be a tie. In which case, I still think Castile will get it because of the amount of victories he has taken over the course of this championship season. So I do believe this will pretty much wrap it up for Dean. Matt, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Now has 8 seconds next to his name. Leader will begin the penultimate lap, lap 10 of 11 here at the Lusail International Circuit. Deputy, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Field pretty well spread out. You can see from the intervals. Quite incredible how much it's spread out over the course of a mere 10 laps. And with the time penalties everyone has, very difficult to just outright fight for position. Destiel gives himself a 3-second time penalty. But his closest rival, Spicy, he's a bit too far behind. 6 seconds to be exact, so unless Castile gets another penalty, victory should be his. Round turn 8, then turn 9, towards the hairpin of turn 10. It's a very interesting piece of racetrack. Turns 8, 9 and 10. Quite an enjoyable piece of racetrack in a Formula 1 car. This bit though, the triple right-handers. Incredibly fast corners in Formula 1 cars. So easy to understeer through here. Run wide and cop track limit warnings. As you can see from the totem pole on the left of screen, a lot of drivers getting time penalties, and there's another for Banana Cake Pie. And he's typically quite clean when it comes to track limit warnings. He's very good at managing those. Even he is copping penalties. 1 lap to go now for Dean Castile. Got a healthy margin in hand. Doesn't have to push too hard on this final lap. Spicy P3, Nick P4, Luke Rockford with 14 seconds. He's going to drop a few positions with those time penalties. Bags Liddell is going to gain a few positions. Might even vault up to the podium potentially if he's close enough to Matt Plevy. And I believe he is. 10 seconds compared to 4 seconds. Yeah, he is close enough. So it might be a podium on for Bags Liddell here. Purely because of penalty management. Although he's almost 3 seconds behind G-Force Nick. So Nick might be finished on the podium. Oh, it's going to be a tight battle for who finishes P3. This is going to be close. What is it? 3.5 seconds between Plevy and Nick. We'll see what happens right on the final lap. We're not going to predict it now. Banana Cake Pie gets by Prezzo F1. He moves into P8. Meanwhile, out in front with 2 corners left to negotiate. Dean Castile has driven superbly. Luke Rockford, another time penalty next to his name. Out of the final corner, back onto the main straightaway. A dominant performance here at Qatar. Dean Castile will win here at Lusail and secure the Formula 2 Sprint Series Drivers' Championship. Spicy will come home P2. Nick P3. Will he be beaten? The answer is no. Bags Liddell misses out. Matt Plevy finishes P5. Luke Rockford currently P6. Does not stay there though. Roscoe moves into that 6th position. Banana Cake Pie P8, Prezzo P9, followed by Deputy Dildog. I believe he will start from pole position for the final race of the series. Gaz P11, followed by Orphan Drop, then Kickbutt Kiwi. Actually, Orphan Drop drops down another position down to P13, and Shark on the main straight. He'll make his way up towards the line. P14 for him. So Bags Liddell misses out on the podium by a little over 3/10 of a second. So quite a tight battle between himself, Nick, and Matt Plevy, driver of the day, G-Force Nick. Fair play. Got DSQ'd from one-shot quali. Came from the back. Ended up on the podium. There's no one beating this man. Dean Castile had a terrific time in these Formula 2 cars. Secured the Drivers' Championship with 1 race to go. Spicy giving it his all. We'll finish P2 here at Lusail. P3 to G-Force Nick. The unofficial results then of Race 11 of the Formula 2 Sprint Series. Dean Castile, your race winner, taking fastest lap as well. A full complement points to the recently crowned Drivers' Champ. Spicy Home in P2, GeForce Nick P3, Bags Liddell P4, Matt Plevy P5, Roscoe on P6, Luke Rockford P7, Banana Cake Pie P8, followed by Prezzo in P9. Deputy Dildog will start from pole position for race 12 of the series after finishing in 10th. Gaz F1 P11, followed by Kickbutt Kiwi, Orphan Drop and Shark. Our final finisher down in P14. So, we move away from the Middle East and head over to good old USA. Primarily Texas. Yep, for the final race of the series, we're heading over to COTA, Circuit of the Americas. Introduced all the way back in 2012 and designed by track-making Supremo Herman Tilke, COTA has become a bit of a modern-day classic. Certainly here on Race Spec Esports, we've had our fair share of fantastic races, and even in the real-life world of Formula 1, COTA can deliver. The circuit measures up at 5.51 kilometers, consists of 20 turns and 2 DRS zones that lead into the prime overtaking spots of turn 1 and turn 12. But there are other overtaking opportunities elsewhere, such as the left-handers of turn 11 and turn 15. Main feature of the circuit is, of course, the high-speed S section in the opening sector of the circuit that are incredibly reminiscent to the Maggots, Becketts and Chapel S's from the legendary Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. Amongst other things, don't think there's too much to talk about with COTA. Track limit warnings used to be a decent talking point, but I think people have worked out what they need to do through the S's to try and avoid track limit warnings. The triple right-hander at turns 16, 17 and 18 have caught out a few drivers. But I think in these Formula 2 cars, with the lower cornering speeds, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, the field has reduced down to 10 due to a few people dropping out. Hopefully they're able to rejoin as soon as possible. Quickly check the Discord, see what's going on. And it seems that Roscoe has got another race to do, so he won't be coming back. Don't know where the two Preslins have disappeared off to. Hopefully they can rejoin. Oh. But yeah, no, this will be the last race of the prologue to Season 8, and then we can move on to the official season. Hopefully this won't take too long. Hopefully. Seems that only one of the Prezzo brothers is coming back, and that's Prezzo himself. Not terribly surprised, I guess. Oh, come on, lads. Let's go. Get this all done. A few drivers are readying up already. Oh, schmozzle's taking an awfully long time. What's with that? That's nice. Oh god. All heap of useless. Oh, great. Just a bunch of worthless junk. Absolutely no value in F1 World stuff. Not interesting enough to play. Alrighty. We have shrunken the field from 14 down to 11 for our final race of the Formula 2 Sprint Series. Good to know. Alright. Let's get this on the way. Let's go racing down in Texas. Ha ha ha! Of course. Better late than never. Don't think we had a single wet weather race the entire time, and the game decides, you know what? Better late than never. So, a wet weather event. There are no intermediate tyres available to any of the drivers. There are no intermediate tyres available in Formula 2 full stop. You can only use the full wet weather tyre in Formula 2. And everyone's on it. 5 red lights. We're underway here in Texas. Nice start from Deputy, nice start from Prezzo as we head up the hill towards turn 1. Can the field sort itself out? Prezzo dives deep, overshoots the opening corner, runs wide and tumbles down the order. Deputy maintains the lead. Matt Plevy is up to second. Banana in third. As we head into the S's and around goes Prezzo. Big spin. And somehow he keeps the car running. And another spin into the wall. That's Dean Castile out of the race. We've got full cause yellows. A virtual safety car has been deployed. Well, how about that? I do believe he's crowned champion as well. He's now left the session. I do believe he is champ. Even if Spicy manages to win this race and get fastest lap, I think the win tally is still in Destiel's. Collision between Rockford and Banana Cake Pie. Banana with front wing damage. He's missing an end plate. He will likely have to pit and get that fixed, or he can try and fight it out. Banana Cake Pie, a drive-through penalty for speeding during the VSC. Well, he'll have to make a tour. Oh, Luke almost goes into the side of him again there. Banana runs wide. There goes basically the whole field. And the outside goes Kick Butt Kiwi. Plenty of drama on in the last event here at COTA. Yellow's out. That's Prezzo spinning at turn 13 and 14. Gets pointed back in the right direction. It's a long ways behind. Deputy leads. Matt Plevy P2. Luke Rockford P3. Spicy P4. Understeering wide is Bags Liddell. He is in P5. Deputy setting a new fastest lap. As Banana pits in. And he can only serve his drive-through too. Nick down the inside of Bags Liddell, who's sideways. Nick awfully slow there at turn 1. Decides not to pass Bags Liddell. Through the S's. Drivers tiptoeing their way through. Doesn't look like the rain is stopping any time either. Petty here in spectator cam can't see the amount of spray being kicked up from the cars in front and behind. It's a bit difficult to tell if the track dries up when we're going to move from wet weather conditions to dry weather conditions. Oh, big slide there from Bags Liddell. Oh, and that's a reset, I believe, from Shark there. I saw that dot jump back onto the racetrack after a spin at turn 10. Nick closing in on Bags Liddell. Bags, does he overshoot the corner? Oh, maybe by a little bit. He's only completely off the racetrack. Deputy, Paul, run out of turn 13. Can't say it's much better from Matt Plevy though. Now, I imagine these guys have got overheating tyres too. Because this is definitely not full wet conditions. These are definitely intermediate conditions. So I wonder how hot these tyres are getting. Looking at the steering wheel, they're in the 70s. That rear left is in the 80s for Matt. Surely that's too high. They have to be cooking. That's Prezzo spinning again. That's at turn 11. Spicy putting the hammer down. He sets a new fastest lap as we begin lap 3 of 11 here at COTA. Spicy looks down the inside. Can't quite get it done. Stays behind, stays in P4 as Shark pits in. It's Banana pit. He does. Into the wall he goes. That's a tad bit embarrassing. And that deploys a VSC. Interesting. Drivers have got to check up and make sure they don't get a speeding penalty. Nice aerial shot here looking down at the S's in the opening sector, leading into the middle sector. Just need to remain nice and calm. Yeah, I noticed that. I saw that. Banana. As soon as I flick to you, just understeer, bonk into the barrier. Kick part passes Bags Liddell. What's going on here? Stop it. No passing. Plevy closing in. Still a VSC though, so can't do too many silly things during this period. Oh, Spicy. I saw him closing in on Luke there. Thankfully, he checked up. And drivers have to be patient. It's still a VSC. Lazy Marshals at the final corner taking a long damn time, and we're back under green flag conditions here at COTA, and mad attack straight away down the inside here at turn 15. Gets nice drive out of the corner too. He's looking around the long way here at the triple right-handers. On the outside there, he could have the grip. He does have the grip. Prezzo retires. We have a safety car. Bang. Like that. Safety car has been deployed after Prezzo's crash. That is at turn 8. He's just despawned. Rain is still coming down. No one taking the opportunity to pit here. Except for Bags Liddell. Oh, Spicy's in too. Didn't notice that until now. He's in. So a few drivers gunning for new tyres. New wet weather Pirellis. Very nice. Very nice. Ultras. Sorry, not Ultras. Super Softs. He's on Super Softs. Hold up. Supers. It's still raining, so he's banking it's going to stop raining during the safety car period. Look at him, he's going to tiptoe. Bags is just stuck. I mean, it's a big risk to go onto slick tyres while it's still raining. But I'm guessing the drivers know at some point it's going to switch to dry conditions. Either that or Spicy's completely screwed up. Could have accidentally selected the super soft tyre. Look at him. There's kick butt right behind. Spicy having a tough time keeping that car nice and straight. How's he going to fare here? He has to check up quite early. Yeah, very early. That's about 220 metres. Yeah, puts it round. Still, look. Are we even catching up? Oh, what's Kickbutt doing? Now, come on, mate, get behind. Don't drive like a douchebag. Spicy's continuing on these super softs. This is silly. Look at that. You can see a perfect reflection of the racetrack through the tyre. He's slowly catching up, I suppose. I'm surprised he hasn't got like a penalty for falling too far back or something. Yeah, that car's less than drivable at the moment. Oh. There's Kickbutt again, trying to drive like an idiot. Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. So even the officials are like, screw it, we're not wasting any more time. Matt's now really backing up the field. Gee whiz. Look, if it stops raining, then Spicy looks like a genius, so this might work out, but it's still raining. So he does not look like a genius. There goes the virtual Bernd Maylander going back into pit lane. It's down to Mr. Race Spec to drive us back into green flag conditions. Round the final corner and onto the main straight. Nice and easy does it. Spicy's nowhere on those slicks. We're back on the green flag conditions. It's lap 6 of 11 here at COTA. 4/10 of a second between the top two is Luke, who had a sneaky little look but didn't commit in. What do you know, Spicy's dropping down the order, down to P7 now on those slick tyres. Through the S's we go. Matt pulling away. Gap of 1 second. Deputy Dilldog right behind Luke here. Oh, big slide through turn 8. We head around turn 9. Sorry, turn 8, then turn 9. Round turn 10 here. Oh, and there goes Nick. He moves through. As now Bags Liddell and Kickbutt Kiwi are closing the gap to the cars in front. Big sliding from Lukey boy. He is really giving it some in that Alpine. See, with the position changes, bit of shuffling going on. Deputy closes in, not by enough though to try and attack. He stays behind here at turn 12. But now Bags and Kickbutt very much in the battle. They've got fresher tyres compared to those in front. 2 lap old wets compared to 5 lap old wets. Collision between Deputy and Bags, and through goes Kickbutt Kiwi. Oh, he's stuck on the outside though, heading around 16, 17 and 18. Deputy's got no pace on those old tyres. Kickbutt's got grip on the outside. Bags has got grip down the inside as we head into the penultimate corner, turn 19. It's tight, and Bags Liddell somehow hangs on to the position. Bombs it down the inside here at the final corner. Seems that he will get in front as Luke pits. What do you know? It stopped raining. Maybe Spicy is a genius. Big understeer there from Bags Liddell. See, Kickbutt not too far behind. He's got grip on those tyres. Spicy's still losing time though. Four seconds behind Banana Cake Pie, who's on wets. The conditions are slowly changing though. Are they changing into his favour? Or will the track stay damp? The game can do that to you. It can evolve the track very quickly, but it can also take forever. It's really down to the game. Here comes Kickbutt down the inside of Deputy. It's tight. Kickbutt gets in front. Deputy down to P5. I think there's too little left in the race for Spicy to try and capitalise on those super softs too. Even if the track goes dry, even if it goes dry right now, I think it's too little too late. Kiwi, Deputy, what's going on here? Turn 12, round turn 13. Deputy trying to keep the fight alive. You'll have the inside line here at turn 15, bombs it in. Kickbutt tries to do the over-under. Keeps it on the outside, is actually what he does. Gets pretty decent traction too, plus the inside line heading into turn 16, and as a result, he keeps P4. Round turn 19. Up towards the final corner. As Deputy pits in. Nick is in too. Oh, look at his front left. It's torn to bits. Actually, no, that's just... Oh, that's marble pickup. That's what that is. He's moving on to slick tyres. I don't think that's the right choice. I really don't. I don't think the track is going to evolve quick enough on those tyres to make him viable. Spicy comes out in front of Nick, but he's still 10 seconds behind Banana Cake Pie. Not just the race leader, but behind Banana Cake Pie. Gonna have to close in by quite a lot per lap. At the moment, he's still losing time. Not a great deal of time, but he's not gaining anything. Down the back straightaway towards turn 12. There is Bags Liddell on fresher tyres. 3.8 seconds behind as DRS is now enabled. The virtual race control has decided the track is dry enough for that to happen. Now Lukey Boy is all over Deputy Dilldog. Round the outside here at turn 8. Down the inside at 9. He moves through into P7. Spicy though still losing time to P4. That is Banana Cake Pie. Has not gained a single tenth on him. Matt Plevy out in front. Loving business. Except for the fact that Bags Liddell keeps chopping down that gap. It's down to 3.1. And he's going to pit. He's going to pit. I think he's just throwing it away. The super softs are still not good enough. You can see Spicy is continuing to lose time to Banana, who is coming in too. My goodness. There's an opportunity here for Bags Liddell to win this race. Kick butt. In a really good position himself. 1-2 for the Red Bull sponsored cars. It's very much on. 15.4 seconds is the gap. Their tyre wear must have been awful. It must have been completely awful on those tyres. But they're slower. That's the thing. They're still slower. 15.5 seconds the gap. Well, it shrunk a little bit. Okay, now it's starting to turn into the favour of the super soft runners. Not by much though. Spicy still needs to close in a gap of 20 odd seconds. 2 and a bit laps to go. Bags Liddell in a great position here. Take his first win of the Formula 2 Sprint Series. Just needs to look after those wet weather tyres if he can. 2 laps. What he's got to do it for. Bit of understeer there at turn 15. Keeps the car straight. Spicy's starting to close the gap. Meanwhile, Luke under pressure from Banana Cake Pie, who goes down the inside here at turn 12. Luke fights back though around the outside at the left-hander. You'll now have the dominant... Oh my word! The sliding out of the corner, just full throttling it. Out to turn 12. Gee whiz. Bags Liddell sets a new fastest lap. That will be beaten by Spicy. Matt Plevy is not too far behind. Rockford and Banana are still scrapping for position as they go through the triple right-hander. Spicy should beat it. Does. 2 flat. Nick does a 57.9. Nick on form. Banana Cake Pie getting by Luke. Luke fighting back. Contact there at the final corner. Now Deputy's going to get involved as we begin the penultimate lap. Banana with DRS open, slingshots in front. Deputy wasn't close enough to get DRS. Luke tries to bomb it down the inside at turn 1. Can't quite get it done. Stays behind in P7. 12.1 seconds is the gap now. There might be enough race time left, perhaps to catch up to Kick Butt, but to Bags Liddell, I think he's too far behind. Try and catch up to Bags. It's all down to the Dan's driver, just looking after his tyres. Manage your tyres, manage the time. That's what he's got to do. Nice and gentle. Oh, little slide. Matt Plevy on the attack. Gets spicy, moves into P3. Spicy on older super softs, just doesn't have the grip anymore. And Nick is all over him. Gap is now 8 seconds between Kick Butt and Matt. 16 seconds to Bags Liddell. Comes out to the final corner to begin the final lap here at COTA. Shark gets a 3-second time penalty. Kick Butt's got a puncture. Punctured the front right. It is completely deteriorated. He's in. So Bags Liddell, can he hang on with his tyres as Matt Pilevi sets a new fastest lap? 54.8. It's the time he's done. Now remember, Kick Butt had the exact same age tyres as Bags Liddell, as Nick and Spicy are battling away through turn 1. Down the hill towards turn 2. It's tight. It's real tight. Spicy, can he hang on? He's trying to. But Nick, with all the grip in the world, moves into P3. Bags Liddell, he's got a puncture! He's punctured the front left! The tyres could not hold on! 10.5 seconds is the gap, and that will shrink dramatically. There we go. It was too much to handle. Too much. Matt Plevy will move on by and take the race lead away. G-Force Nick will move on by too. You had to roll the dice. You had to. And unfortunately, this hasn't worked out. Oh, he's got nothing. He's got absolutely nothing. Oh no. What a weird race here at COTA. Drama on the opening lap. Several virtual safety cars. A proper safety car after Prezzo's collision. A weather change with only a few laps to go. I certainly thought that the wet weather runners had absolutely nailed it. But it seems that those who pitted onto the slicks are actually going to benefit the most. It's Matt Plevs who wins here at COTA. Takes fastest lap as well. Nick comes home in second, followed by Spicy Salami. Banana Cake Pie will come home in 4th position in front of Luke Rockford and Deputy Dilldog. There we are. Bags Liddell with a destroyed front left. It's passed by Kick Butt Kiwi, who pitted a lap earlier after his front right punctured, if I recall correctly. What a shame. I thought they absolutely nailed it, but their tyres, they just couldn't hold on. They burst with 1 lap to go. We'll be waiting on Shark 772 to make his way up towards the line. And that will wrap up the sprint series. What a way to end it. Some strategy. Some gambling. And it's Mr. Race Spec who comes out on top. But also as well, with Spicy's P3 finish, it guarantees Castiel's driver's title. No one's beating that. Out of the final corner, up towards the line, our final finisher, Shark 772, finishes in 9th. There we are, it's all done. Driver of the day given to Nick, so back-to-back driver of the days. the G-Force Nick. It's now time for the the podium finishes. Matt Plevy taking victory. P2 goes to G-Force Nick. P3 to Spicy Salami. So the unofficial results then of the final race of the Formula 2 Sprint Series. Matt Plevy is your race winner, collecting fastest lap as well, with G-Force Nick finishing in P2 and Spicy Salami in P3. Banana Cake Pie finishes in 4th, followed by Luke Rockford, then Deputy Dildog, and Bags Liddell, who had a puncture on the last lap. He was leading the way, but eventually his front left gave in, and he finishes in 7th. Kickbutt Kiwi, similar situation, but it happened the lap before. He finishes P8. Shark, our last finisher, down in P9. Prezzo crashing, delivered our first and only safety car of the race. Dean Castiel crashed on the opening lap of the event after securing the Drivers' Championship. Well, it certainly has been an interesting mini-season we've had with this Formula 2 Sprint Series. But I think with everything said and done, it's now time for us to end the stream. I've been Lane Everingham. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in and watching the Formula 2 Sprint Series. The prologue to Season 9 is at an end, and it's now time for the main season to begin. Until next time, it's goodbye.